today we're going to be taking a look through my latest sketchbook. So this one isn't that long, it's only about like 40 pages long or something, I think. And I wanted to start working in shorter ones again because I'm really impatient. Basically, I always want to like move on to the next thing, like the next sketchbook. This sketchbook didn't come like this. I found some really cute like craft paper from the range. These little fox guys, I love this little one here. And I stuck that to the front, back. It's also a load like inside because I went a little bit mad with the craft paper. So on this first page we've got this, which is a digital illustration that I did. I'm aware that because it's shiny the light's going to bounce off, so I'll put like a digital version on screen. I'm doing a college art course, or at least I was doing a college art course before all of that got shut down because of the coronavirus. So I don't know if I'm still doing that college art course, I might not be, but we were in the middle of a 10-week final project and you could do whatever you wanted. So I decided to do the supernatural because I think I can do some like really interesting things with that one. So I just did like a little witch girl for my front cover, and then because I have a bursary, the college gave me like 50 quid of printing credit. So I was like, I'm gonna make the most of that and also print some stuff for myself. And then this isn't mine, this is just a cutting from like an art magazine that I found. So on this page, I usually like to do rules for myself, but this time I just did some like notes of the things that I wanted to accomplish in the sketchbook. One thing I did which I found really nice was not using the book in order. It was really helpful because sometimes before with sketchbooks I've been like, oh god, the rest of the sketchbook before this was so nice. I don't want to ruin this next page. So then I did like this little lady here because I wanted to practice doing the human figure like in motion, not just like sitting. I think there's something off with her, I'm not entirely sure because I'm not that great at anatomy to know, but I'm pretty sure that this leg is like too short. I'm gonna be real with you. This page is the peak of the sketchbook. Do not expect anything else in the video to be as nice as this page. This is my favourite. So basically my friend at college lent me a book all about like how to look after your cats. It had like loads of really nice cat photography from all sorts of different angles. So I got like a handwriting pen and I was just like going straight in without a sketch. On the next page I tried to do cats again, but they weren't working out as well as they were before. I think I just like reached my art limit for that day. I like half-heartedly coloured these guys. I probably should have just like left them plain or tried to do it properly, but I was being lazy. I feel like this little guy looks a bit like monkey-ish. So this next page I did this like over the course of a couple days. So this one, I had braces. So at the end when I got them taken off, I was trying to make a card for my orthodontist. And this is one of the rejected tooth drawings. And then I decided to stick it in here. It kind of looks like this woman is worshipping the almighty tooth god. And we have this little guy who I actually really like. Probably my favourite illustration on the page. I used to be really obsessed with drawing birds for a short while, and then for some reason I just stopped doing it. Pinterest, these are both from ᴑᴜsɪᴄ. If you want good drawing references without like nudity, then you can get it from there. And then ᴜᴜsɪᴄ, this is just something that I copied off of her Instagram to do like a little style study of her. For my college course, the first thing I did was to try and redesign some tarot cards. This one was the High Priestess. I don't remember exactly what she stands for, but I think she stands for knowledge, femininity, mystery, secrets, intuition. That's a lot of things, but like it depends if the card is upright or the other way around. These are the sketches that I did to eventually make this, which I spelt wrong. I then proceeded to pay to have this printed on really nice shiny card, not noticing the spelling error. I'm not mad, you're mad. But yeah, I was trying to go for a limited colour palette to prevent it from becoming too busy. Did a lot of eye designs. And then this is the finished product. I'll put it on screen because it might be a little bit shiny on this camera. I really wanted to capture like this all-knowing ethereal vibe, which is why I made like the eyes white and she's just chilling out in space. But yeah, I really like how that one turned out actually. So for this page, I've watched things like Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, and one of the recommended like Western cartoons people always says is so great is Adventure Time. So I started watching that recently. I'm about like 5 seasons in, and I was just doing some fan art of the characters. On this page, I found some pictures of people in cafes off of Pinterest, and then I was just drawing them in pen to try and practice like drawing people sitting down, like interacting with objects, like she's leaning on this table, sat on the chair, instead of just like floating in a void. I always, if I want to draw some interesting looking people, I type in Tokyo street fashion onto Pinterest, because the people in Tokyo, they dress like really interestingly. Everyone in England kind of dresses pretty run-of-the-mill. Because it's cold, I'd be a lot more entertained going out if everyone dressed like this guy. But yeah, these two weren't actually pictured together, but they kind of do look like they're posing together. My mum says she doesn't like this drawing. She says the noses are funny, which makes me sad. But my friends at college seem to like it. I guess it's just like different tastes. My mum doesn't really like my cartoony art. She likes this one though, because she likes realism kind of drawings. This was a dog, just in biro because I really like working with biro. All of this, I went to some like event for people who want to go to uni, and some art uni was handing out these rolls of tape with like their branding on it. So that's what all of this is. So for this page, again, this is just a lot of random styles in one, so I really like how this turned out. I don't really have much to say about this page. These references are all from Pinterest. This one probably is too. For some reason I really like how this girl in the corner turned out. I don't know why, but just the way that I stylized her, I really loved it. So originally I drew her on something else because this paper's really bad. Like, this is literally just felt tip pen, and even that would like be seen through to the other side of the paper. So I did a lot of work on like other sheets and then I like stuck it in. This was a work in progress of my High Priestess piece. This is just when I was going through the colour blocking phase and trying to figure out what colours to put where. These were me attempting to draw my classmates from life for like the first time in ages. So, because I hadn't done it in so long, I hadn't drawn from life, I didn't feel like it turned out that great, but I feel like you can definitely tell who they are, which is something. This was a piece that I would have done in watercolour, but as you'll see later in the book, watercolour does not work well with this paper. So instead I just opted to do it in felt tip because I just really wanted to draw a full colour bird. I needed to fill the hole in my heart that could only be filled by drawing a bird. This page, I was doing a lot of draw this in your style challenges, and this was sketches for one of them. So I was just trying to figure out how to draw it because I don't really have like a style necessarily. And then this is what I settled on in the final piece, kind of like a mix between these two. This bit up here is about tarot. So because I was doing tarot, some of my people in college were like, oh hey, I have tarot. So they just brought it in and we did like a reading. It wasn't like a proper reading because they didn't really know the tarot cards off by heart. We were kind of just like Googling them. But I picked out a card, I think it was, oh yeah, it says the Three of Cups reversed. We looked it up and apparently it means that I need to stop doing so many drugs. So yeah, that about sums up why I don't think that tarot card is real or accurate. So this page, I found this girl on Instagram who has really interesting style called Kane, and I drew her twice. This one from reference, this one from imagination, and then just a random like Pinterest girl, I think. All of this is like the planning for a concept of a story, not the plot, because I can always think of the concept but not an actual plot. I'll try to describe it roughly. So it's meant to be set in a world where, like, instead of gods being unreachable, they're all just like chilling on Earth. And basically there was like a war years ago, and in that war the god of time was killed. So the world that the main character lives in has fractured time. So like certain areas of the world, time will be normal, but in other areas they might be stuck in the past, or certain parts of the world might be frozen in time, or be just like one moment in time repeating itself over and over. Or like some areas might have like no time at all, like everything just happens at once. I thought it was a cool idea, but yeah, I never came up with a plot. I suppose it would have to be that my main character would like fix time somehow. I don't know. I just left it at that. Foliage drawing, kind of based off of the llılıll style. Apparently this girl isn't from Blackpink, but I don't know because I don't watch K-pop. My friend shared this picture of her because she's into K-pop, and I just like assumed, I don't know why I thought they were from Blackpink, but I literally drew it in black and pink. And she's not from Blackpink, she's from some other band. I don't know. I don't listen to K-pop. I used to be into BTS quite heavily for like 6 months, and then I just got bored of it and I moved on. So yeah, that was the only band I was ever into. This one is another Draw This in Your Style by Cutie Patootie Art, and I don't like how it turned out at all. I hate it. For some reason my friends at college all seem to like this one when I flick through my sketchbook, but yeah, you can see I wrote down here this drawing is gross and ugly. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the texture of the felt tips, especially these jeans. I hate them. Probably just because it's not smooth looking. This was another tarot card redesign. This one was a tower, which is like the worst card in the set. Usually tarot cards have like 2 meanings. One is a little bit better, and then if it's upside down, so if it's reversed, it's like a little bit of a worse meaning. But the tower, basically upside down or reversed, is always like a rubbish card. You don't want to get that one. So upright, it means unexpected change, catastrophe and destruction. Reversed, it means obstacles, losses and illness. So you don't want this card. During our tarot card reading that we did at college, one of my friends actually pulled this one out of the deck. So I just did some sketches. First of all, I was just literally drawing a tower, because I don't really have much practice drawing buildings. I find buildings very annoying to draw because they're just generally like cubes, so they have to look like very exact, or they're gonna look wonky. But like anything else in life. Even people, like, it doesn't really matter if they're a little bit wonky, it still looks alright, but with buildings, if you get like the perspective slightly off, they look so wrong. So this is what I ended out with. Yeah, I tried to do a limited colour palette again on this one. I don't like this one as much as the High Priestess one. I kind of want to like redo it because I think maybe just the concept is not as good as it could be. It's kind of simple. But I don't know how I'd redesign it, so I'll probably get to that like much later. This page, I was just doing a style study of this person I follow called llılılı. So all of these are just like copies of her drawings, apart from this one, which I based off of one of her drawings, but I didn't straight up copy it. But yeah, I really love her style. I think it's the bold shapes combined with like the flat colours, combined with like the harsh black shadows or something that I like about them. So I was just trying to work out how she drew so that I could like use it to influence my own art. I really don't like this page. This was me trying to do the like flat shading kind of thing using some elephants. This guy, I don't like. I tried to do a realistic biro drawing of the bird because I haven't really done a realistic biro drawing in a while and actually put effort into it. But I picked a bird that was like, had too many really dark black feathers. So it just got to the point where I got really bored having to shade it all in, so I just went ham with like a felt tip pen and it just looks really messy. So a little shape cutout of a bird, a lion, and then these two little dudes in their nest. These ones I think were me trying to stylize a reference from Pinterest. This one too. This one is the main character from that time fracture story I was talking about, but he's meant to be like part goat and he's meant to have goat ears, but I kept drawing him with human ears by accident. These guys, it literally says, I was trying to create characters with different face shapes. And then this is another one of Kane, but I don't know. The anatomy, yeah, it didn't turn out as well as the ones I did earlier in the book. Another random story concept that I had to get out of my head because it was driving me mad. This one, I watched this girl on YouTube called Lavender Town, and she has a comic called Unfamiliar, and this is fan art of one of those characters. I was doing a sketchbook tour of my first ever sketchbook a while ago and I drew her. So since I like the drawing, I decided to try and redraw it today. This was meant to be Jin from BTS. I realised that I hadn't drawn many men in this sketchbook, so I decided that I was just going to draw Jin from BTS because he used to be my bias. But he looks rubbish, and oh my god, that chin. Just look at this face shape. So basically this was the point that I found out that watercolours do not work in the sketchbook. It just completely absorbs the water and goes all crinkly, and it just doesn't work. So I had to kind of try and fix it with colour pencils and biro shading, but I couldn't, so yeah, we're not going to talk about him anymore. This one, Angel Ganev did a Draw This in Your Style, and I didn't participate, but I did do like a little sketch. So this is a photocopy of a piece I did in biro and colour pencil for my college work, and I just printed another copy for myself. This one is a study of Lee Erickson's work, so I just copied one of her pieces in felt tip pens, and I really like her work. I really like the bright colours and like how free it looks, so I had a lot of fun doing this one. Because I liked making the rabbit piece so much, I copied another one of her pieces, so this bear here. I was drawing some fan art for the K-12 movie by Melanie Martinez. I might do a video at some point where I properly draw some of my favourite looks from that movie. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, she just randomly, without explanation, like changes her character's look completely every like 10 minutes in the movie. So I was just drawing some of the different hairstyles and things she had and trying to like stylize them a little bit. My favourite song from that movie is High School Sweethearts. And then for the end of the book, I did a little game over screen where I tallied up like my stats, how many things of each I'd drawn. So I was just trying to find out what I need to draw more of. So I definitely need to do more men. That came out wrong. I definitely need to draw more men. Maybe do some more artist studies. But yeah, you can see that it took me about 2 months to complete this sketchbook. So I started it mid-January and then finished it mid-March. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching this sketchbook tour. I hope you guys are all staying safe. If you want to check out any of my other sketchbook tours, then I have a playlist where you can see the rest that I've uploaded. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!